So that's great. So welcome everybody. Welcome to the Thames Valley Chamber of Commerce and to today's webinar on how to master the challenges of e-commerce in the UK. Today's webinar is being recorded and is available to listen to again via our webinar library on the Chamber website. So you can go onto the Chamber website, www.thamesvalleychamber.co.uk, and then select events. Under events is the webinar library, and you can actually view all the webinars that we've hosted with our members and listen to them again, and also share that link via your network. I'm Narinda Multani, account manager here at the Thames Valley Chamber of Commerce. I work very closely with businesses in the area and support them through lots of different ways, and that's through our membership benefits and services. So today my members Sabri Kilchalgo and Aaron Sarak of London Bridge Project will be delivering today's webinar. If you've got any questions, please post them in the chat box and Sabri and Aaron will answer those accordingly. So over to Sabri and Aaron, who will introduce themselves and also commence with today's webinar. So I'm just going to hand you over to them now. I can see people are still joining us, so that's great. And hello to all those that have just joined. Okay, perfect. So, yep, over to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Hi everybody. Good morning. So thanks for listening from now. So just a minute. I'm trying to take the remote control. Yeah, fine. So we would like to talk about challenges that we are living about COVID-19 through the COVID-19 about e-commerce. And at the end, I would like to take your questions. And I'm here with Sabri, who is our head of cross-border operations in our London Bridge project. So first, I would like to talk about very short about our company, and after that, I will give some insights about the UK e-commerce market and how we can expand our business to the European Union before the Brexit, and also after Brexit, maybe what we are living. So London Bridge Project is one of the leading companies in end-to-end sales management company. So we are only focusing on sales management. And e-commerce is one part of our company. So we have 6 offices in 5 countries, which is in London and Maidenhead. The other one is Istanbul, Istanbul, Sofia in Bulgaria, Cape Town, and Nur Sultan in Kazakhstan. Through our Turkey office, and then through our other offices, we have more than 300 active customers, including Bosch, Mercedes, Huawei, Renault, and SAP, etc. Our Turkey office is an R&D company, so there we are managing the R&D applications and processes with the governments of EU and several countries. As coming to our service story, we are managing market strategy for our clients who would like to expand their business through the UK. We are helping them to develop their markets through network and event management, digital marketing, accounting, and taxation services. Sales and marketing is the other part, and online sales is our recent focus, and then what we are going on. On the online sales part, we are helping our clients about feasibility and market research, which is very important because e-commerce is not like traditional sales activity. It's a data-driven market, so you need to read the data. So all data in your hands, but you need to pick the right data from the right platform. And we are helping our clients for product sourcing and cross-border logistics from door to door. Also, we have warehouses in Maidenhead. We help them for fulfillment, and on e-commerce, we are doing A to Z project management, seller account management, and keyword research, copywriting, photography, and design. So all our team could do all. And on after sales, we are supporting on accounting and legal integrations, risk analysis, review management, and returns as well for the e-commerce consumers. Just a minute, yeah. And once we come to the UK and the e-commerce, UK is the third largest e-commerce market in the world after China and United States. Once we consider, if we consider about the population, China is 1.5 billion, UK is 350 million, US is 350 million, but UK is 65 million population, but it's the third largest e-commerce market in the world. And in the UK, 17% of all retail is being constituted by online sales. That's a huge number, and it's very growing market. And but it brings some new challenges as well. Now, it's the e-commerce takes about 137 billion pounds in every year. So it's a huge number in terms of retail.
Can I just ask a question based on this slide, Aaron? Okay, so just talking about the current situation with COVID-19 and all the non-essential retailers being closed, do you expect the UK e-commerce sales to have increased dramatically?
Actually, it's increasing because essentials is about what you understand. Because, for instance, if we talk about Amazon first said that I don't accept essential goods to my fulfillment centers, but they didn't describe it. Most of the marketplaces are describing essential is fast consumed goods. Let's say we have a camping material, for instance, but they have never closed it. It's essential because it's being sold hundreds every day.
Yeah.
That's why don't think about essential is really essential. It's about how much you sell.
Okay, because you're hearing, Amazon are only selling essential products, and obviously there's a lot of other places which is just online as normal, but it's places like Amazon Marketplace which is just selling essentials. So so there's obviously going to be an increase quite dramatically, isn't there?
Actually, and the definition of essential is being changed. For example, we've been selling 35 every day yoga socks, and now it's more than 100 because now people are locked down at home, and they are doing their yoga at home as well. They're consuming it. That's why people buys more than 100 every day from only our account.
Interesting.
So it's
Okay.
been changed now.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yes. And as you see, it's increasing every year. In 2006, it was about 3.7 billion. 3.7% of all total retail was constituted by e-commerce, but now it's more than 17. I think next year it will be about 19. I think because it's increasing. And how about the average revenue per user in the UK? It's the first one in the world. $1,600 is being spent by each user in the UK on online only. It's a huge number. In Europe, the second one is France. It's about 900. The Germany is about 800. So there's a huge gap between the countries. That's why that brings a huge opportunity for us because we are living in the UK, but it's a high challenge for the companies, for the sellers out of the UK, and I will show you what we are understanding about these challenges within the following slides. And this is not a new information for you, but 66 million people are living in the UK, and the age structure is about 50-50, and the most part is between 25 to 54 to 40% of the population, and this percentage is very important because these ages are spending much because they are on their career, and they are earning much more than before. They are not newly graduate, they are not retired, so this age in turn are spending much. It's 91% of this age shops online, and they are the technology age, like we are maybe. And this is a bias. People on our webinars, people are mostly asking us, women or men should be targeted. We are saying both. In 2017, 77% of men and 76% of women made a purchase online. And on here, as you see that men are mainly mindful of price, but women are more concerned about the convenience. And just a minute. And also the other interesting information is mainly men are spending much more than women on online. Even they are mindful of price because they are buying some more expensive products from online. Women likes more touching the products, so they are go for physical shopping as well. So for traditional shopping. And that's a survey has been done by Royal Mail in 2017. People are thinking about 54% of the people are thinking that there are more choice online. That's true. But on the other hand, 46% of the people are thinking that it's easier than shopping in store online. It's easier for comparing prices, and also this is maybe more true for the man. People are thinking that they can compare prices easily online, having to visit separate stores because they are spending less online.
I just talking about that previous slide, I totally agree with
Yeah.
that because there's obviously more choice online as well. So sometimes, you know, when I go into a store for a particular product, the sales assistant would ask me to just go online to look for more choice, more color, and so on. So yeah, so that's quite well highlighted in
But
your slide there, and also the other areas that you've reflected on as well. It's cheaper online. You can do easy price comparisons and so on. So yeah,
it's not
thank you.
always cheaper because online it's being added a postage cost. But most of the people are comparing within online rather than shopping in store. So
That's
on,
right. Yeah.
on Amazon, for instance, most of the time it's not cheaper than shopping in store, but it's easier and it's more convenient for the people shopping.
Yeah.
It's about the perception mostly. And what brings e-commerce, UK e-commerce to the top of the world? There are three elements on e-commerce because we are comparing Bulgaria and Turkey, which are in Eastern Europe, and then we are able to compare Germany and UK as well, because those are the most successful countries in the world as an e-commerce. And there are three elements that makes a country that very successful in e-commerce, which is in logistic performance. The other one is ease of doing business. The next one is e-government development index. Logistics is very important because if the consumer thinks that this product, when I buy it, if this product is being delivered after a week, but it's not delivered after a week, maybe it could be 10 days, it could be 2 weeks, or maybe it's not coming to your door very conveniently, people are very unhappy because on e-commerce you are not touching the products, so you need to feel it, so it needs to be delivered maybe even in the same day. Otherwise people anxiety is slowing down, so they are trying to go to shopping in store. That's why logistics is very important, and UK is the 8th most successful country in the world now in terms of logistics. Logistics is not about B2C, it's about infrastructure, it's about customs clearance processes. UK is very important because I'm Turkish originated, and it takes a week in Turkey, for instance, to clear the customs, but in the UK it takes a few hours. It's very important for e-commerce. And the next one, ease of doing business. UK is 7th in the world. And for e-government, UK is the first country in the world now. It's the top. And 84% of the government issues is being sorted out online in the UK. It's very good. So you can establish your company in one day using online. You can register for VAT online. So you don't need any papers. So it's very good. And this brings abroad sales to the UK very easily. So that's why the three elements are really important for the people to be successful in the UK. And because we are working mainly for the companies who would like to step into the UK, they are checking all three elements. The first question that they're asking: how many days does it take to establish a company in the UK, and how could we pay our VAT in the UK? In France, for instance, it takes a day. So because we are struggling in many countries now. And the next question that most they are asking is about the customs clearance process. They are saying, if we send our goods, how can we import to the UK? So how we deal with the government about we are paying VAT, paying duty, etc. So that's why those three elements are very important, and we are very lucky to be living in the UK.
Okay, Aaron, thank you for highlighting those three
Yeah.
areas. If the listeners have any questions, please post them in the chat box, and Sabri or Aaron will answer those accordingly for you. I can see Patty McCarthy has mentioned ease of doing business is also hugely important to the customer.
Yeah.
So thank you, Patty, for that.
So much. And,
okay, yep.
That's another important insight. In the UK, what we see is one of the most important thing is for the consumers is ship from the UK highlighting. That's why on eBay you see that there's a filter ship from the UK, and on Amazon you see that there's a filter ship from the UK, because 93% of the people are preferring to ship from the UK. So it's very important. So that's why we are saying our clients, if you don't use a warehouse in the UK, you can't be successful, because people doesn't prefer you. So it was 93% in 2016, and next year it was same. So people's perception are the same. And that's a survey actually. In the survey, people in the survey, the sellers, 1/3 of sellers are able to sell out of UK in non-EU countries, mostly from China as well. It's increasing because the cross-border shipments, cross-border shopping are being easier. That's why they are able to sell. But due to COVID-19, now it's worse than ever. So once we are importing from China, it was taking about 3 days by flight. Now it takes 2 weeks to take the goods from China. From Turkey, which is near shore, it has been taken about 8 days by freight, and now it takes 3 weeks due to the shortage of drivers or lorries or some lockdown countries on the way. So that's an advantage of the people who are doing business direct from the UK. For the shipping terms, this next slide, this is mainly important for us. Now 33% of all e-commerce merchants in the UK are offering free shipping. That's the second. But on the other part, 48% of the merchants are offering easy return or no questioning. It's very important, because in the first site, most of the merchants are thinking that if I offer a no question return to the people, they could abuse it, they can buy it for free shipping, and after that they could easily return it. But in the first stages, it could be understood that the consumers could abuse it, but then you are getting them addicted to your website or to your Amazon account. Because let's say if you are buying something online, and if you are not sure if the product is good or not, or if there are some non-compatible issues, most of the time people change their mind for not to buy. But If they think that if I have a problem with the product, then if they think that, oh, okay, I can easily return it, then they are direct to buy it. Most of the time they don't return it because returning is an issue for them. That's why returning, easy returns and free shipping is very important. And next day shipping is other important part, which Amazon is forefronting this issue with the Prime and then same day deliveries. That's why that's very important. And we have talked about Amazon. I said that Amazon is forefronting about issues, but mostly I'm taking a question, Amazon or eBay, which is where. So eBay is like the world's largest flea market, and Amazon is like owning a chef at a very large department store. On eBay, you are setting up your stands and offering your products, getting the payments from the people, handling all transactions, shipping, and everything else. It's 100% of your responsibility. eBay doesn't touch anything. But Amazon is owning the shelf. It's a department store, and let's say it's a large department store, and then you are going to Amazon. I would like to use your trust for the people, and please give me a shelf here. So in that occasion, Amazon is asking you, you need to keep your shelf very clean. You need to keep your shelf always stocked, and you need to be under my policy, because the cashiers, the payments, all the things are being managed by Amazon, and it ships the products to the people directly, not you. And it handles all transactions, it handles all shipping and all the tough work. That's why the Amazon consumers are mainly coming because it's Amazon. It's not for you. That's why Amazon is always pushing you to focus on your product, not your company's name or company's brand. And Amazon uses its own box. That's why Amazon's policies are very hard, but on the other part, Amazon consumers are not price sensitive. On eBay, people are price sensitive. People are trying to trust you, and eBay says that I'm not responsible of anything. This is the marketplace, which is being run on the street. Let's say this is your stand, so you can get your payments. You can deal with your customers directly, because those are your customers. But Amazon says that it's not your customers, it's my customers. This is your shelf, so you need to keep that clean. You need to keep it stocked. That's why Amazon doesn't like out of stock items. It's very important for it. I'm trying, yeah. So as I said, the all tough work is being managed by Amazon, and here it brings an FBA or FBM situation. Maybe those terms could be new for you. FBM means fulfillment by merchants. It's like eBay. Amazon gives you a stand, but takes all the payments. When a product is being sold, you need to ship it to your customer. And on the other hand, there's a FBA, which is fulfillment by Amazon. You are sending your goods in a bulk to Amazon fulfillment centers. That's a photo from a fulfillment center. And Amazon staff takes your goods, counts them. Then after that, they are distributing your goods to across the country. Now 17 fulfillment centers in the UK, more than 300 delivery centers in the UK, and 3,000 distribution points, smaller distribution points. Like the Morrisons are a distribution point of Amazon, for instance.
It's amazing to see behind the scenes,
Yeah.
that image that you've put there, and the amount of work and effort that goes into it, the effort that Amazon put into it and their staff. It's just, so quick and efficient. Sometimes, when you require a certain product the next day, and even before a certain time. So, nicely added image there to show us what's going on behind the scenes. Thank you.
Actually, if the people are wondering about how it works, we can arrange a Amazon Fulfillment Center tour after COVID-19. So because we are directly dealing with Amazon, and then we can ask them to arrange a tour for us in the fulfillment center.
Oh, that's good. So you can see behind the scenes what's going on and what the process is with them, taking orders and then distributing them from the centers. Is that what it would include?
Sure. Yeah, yeah.
That's good. Okay, maybe we can talk about that, and I'm sure we'll have members and even non-members interested in joining us for a tour in the near future. So yeah, okay,
So they
thank you
are
for that.
assigning a guide to us through the tour, so we can sightsee all the things behind the scene in Amazon.
Yeah,
Uh,
or if not, a
One thing
virtual
is
tour
that,
would be good. Like doing it virtually.
yeah,
So set it up again as a webinar and maybe just do a virtual tour around the one of the warehouses or distribution centers. So yeah, that'd be great. So can I just mention to all the listeners, hi again, and thank you for listening in. If you've got any questions, post them in the chat box. Also, this webinar is being recorded, so you can listen to it again. That's through the Chamber website, webinar library, and you can also share the link with your network. So that's great. So thank you for tuning in. Okay, back over to you, Aaron. Thank you.
Thank you so much. In the world, 56% of the people are using Amazon. That's Amazon countries. In the UK, it's 91% of the people are shopping on Amazon. They are saying, I have shopped only once, minimum once, on Amazon. Because once if you walk on the street, maybe you can see Amazon boxes in front of every houses. So, as I said, in the Europe there are 40 fulfillment centers, 17 is in the UK, and there are 6 countries in the EU now, which is in France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, and the UK. Netherlands is the most recent one. Those are 6 marketplaces and 6 different languages as well. So the delivery and shipping is very, very important, as I mentioned. Those are the 10 largest postage companies in the UK. Amazon is not listed here because it's not a postage company. It's manages its own, but if we count on all the figures in the deliveries, 77% of the market is being held by Amazon. They are delivering more than 20 million parcels every year.
Okay, we have a question, Aaron, from Patty McCarthy. So, does the fact that there is much less buyer protection from eBay compared to Amazon make a difference to customers? I know it does for me personally.
Yeah. Amazon is mostly consuming products. Let's say yoga socks, camping materials, etc. And people are searching for the goods like they are shopping in a mall. In a mall, for instance, you go to mall for buying trousers, for instance. You are not looking for X brand of trousers with a model number of Z. But on eBay, people are searching like, I'm searching for a fridge, Siemens XYZ model, and this year. So people are looking for that. That's why price is the most important thing on eBay. Mostly, they are mainly retailers or merchants are looking for eBay, or maybe if it's an end user, people are sensitive on price because they are looking for a specific product. But on Amazon, people are coming here for shopping only. If they need something, they are buying an extra thing next to it.
Perfect. Thank you. I hope that's answered your question, Patty.
And the market is now on Amazon eBay. So those are others, ASOS, Argos, and Asda, Tesco are also players. And Marks and Spencer and John Lewis, Quarries, and Debenhams are the players in the market. Every month in average, Amazon UK has 450 million visits every month, and this is accounted like 31% of all e-commerce visits in every year. but during COVID-19, I think it's about 900 million people. I think Sabri was telling me in a webinar, right? So, as I said, Amazon is the leader of all e-commerce retail, but it's not the leader of all categories as normal. In fashion, Next is the leader. In furniture, John Lewis. In toys and babies, Argos is the leader. Amazon is the leader of DIY and garden items. As I said, the shipments and the daily operation is very important, and then you need to feel the customers like touching, getting the products at the same time, so they need to get it very easily. That's why Amazon FBA is very important. So I would like to give the word to Sabri. So he's managing our cross-border operations, and he's mainly dealing with our shipments with Amazon. Maybe he can tell us more about how FBA works, so how it distributes goods ours across the country, like our blood in the vessels. So Sabri, maybe you can.
Hi everybody. Hi. Good morning. As Aaron said, thank you, Aaron. It was a great, great slides. And FBA, what happens? What is the difference between FBA and the fulfilled by merchant? Is basically you are sending all your products to Amazon Fulfillment Center for using the FBA service. What you do is only comply with the Amazon requirement of sending the goods. So you are not really targeting the last final packaging for your consumer. You are only responsible to take your goods as shown on your brief and your product description. Amazon receives it. Then after, it is Amazon's responsibility to reach it to the customer if it's fragile, if packed in bubble wraps, etc., can be taken over by Amazon. Fulfillment by merchant, you are doing everything. You are packing it. You are making sure that it's not, if it's fragile, it's not broken till it goes to the customer. You choose your delivery method. You choose your courier company, or if it's international, you choose your freight. However, Amazon receives it in one of the fulfillment center. Once you decide, once it accepts the number of the products you are sending, then it receives it. Amazon stores it for you. Amazon gives their own individual number, like unique number. You have your SKU. They have their FN SKUs. They use your EANs, etc. All the barcode systems are available in Amazon. They individually shelve your product. They also distribute to the necessary fulfillment centers and the distribution points. If it's a last, like like one of the, let's say, give an example of a cell phone cover. It's sold everywhere. It's sold in Aberdeen. It's sold in Newcastle. It's sold in Swansea. So it is distributed to every corner. That's why you can sometimes see in the same day delivery and the very next day delivery. Amazon makes everything for you. Trackability, and traceability are managed by Amazon. The minute you press the enter button, send to Amazon, Amazon knows what will happen to your product. It will be received in Coventry. It will be distributed to the Aberdeen. It will be then put in this truck within the other products that they will be sent with. It might be some other television or a like a yoga socks or a whiskey stones, etc., or a trouser. It will be in the same truck. It will be distributed to these points. So it is very well managed fulfillment center. I think it's the best in the world. So nothing really is left to you afterwards. I will ask Aaron actually to change the slides for me because he's got the control.
You, Sabri, I have given you control. So
thank you very much. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Then you will really wonder, everybody asks us, okay, then it's such an easy thing, like YouTube movies. Why don't you become a millionaire sitting at home? Which we are all sitting at home now. It's a great time to be millionaires on Amazon because there are so many videos and books telling you that you can be millionaires. What do you do actually if Amazon does everything? It starts from one of the most crucial part. It is you have to decide what to sell, which is one of the most difficult part, and it's not as easy as shown on YouTube videos. And you have to keep inventory in stock. You have to keep a sustainable system. You have to create a sustainable system, and you need to be able to develop that product, improve that product according to your customer feedbacks. And you have to optimize and promote and advertise it on Amazon when necessary, and you have to be adaptive. Like COVID-19, you have to be adaptive. You cannot just say that I want to send women clothing. You cannot just sell women clothing. When it's COVID-19 comes here, you have to say, step back and make a decision. I will send another product. I have to adapt to the market because now it's not the right product. Aaron would like to maybe carry on with this, but I can also tell you that, you have to, for a foreign retailer, if you want to make your business successful through Amazon in another country, especially in UK, you have to really adapt to the real customer here, to the culture, to requirements, and for the real legal requirements in the country. You have to adapt yourself.
Okay, perfect. Over back to you, Aaron.
Yeah, I think control is mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so can I just quickly ask a question? So, London Bridge can help introduce a product or service to a global
Thanks,
market.
Aubrey, for the words.
Sorry.
Is that? Can you hear us? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
Aaron, you okay?
Aaron might have lost the voice hearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can hear now, I think.
Okay, perfect. So just a quick question. So London Bridge can help companies or individuals out there introduce a product or service to a global market. Would they actually need to meet certain criteria to do that?
So actually, as I said, we are doing the statistical analysis because we have the historical numbers, and then we are using many tools to analyze in Amazon and eBay actually. So we can say as sales targets, and then we can analyze about the compliance issues. So we can help if the product could be successful in the UK and in the EU as well or not within a report.
Okay.
Because we can see the historical data of the similar products. We can see competitors. We can see competition level, like the review numbers and how many players are being interested in this product. So using those analytics, we can say that this product could be sell easily or not. Otherwise, it should be invested on the branding. Like there are some products, for instance, there are only 4 sellers under the product, but the thing is, one seller is holding 55% of the market. So it's a monopoly. That's why we are saying, please be aware of that product so you can change your product. So we need to sell like this. So we are giving advice as well next to report.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thanks so much. So there are 3 tips for success to combat with the sellers in the UK. It's a competitive market. The first one is providing a seamless omni-channel experience to the customers. It's like if you sell online, it should be shipped from the UK because people are impatient, and if they would like to return it, you shouldn't ask them, please take 3 miles to a post office, and then no. So you should be integrated with some with different shipments or cargo companies, and then people could return easily. That's like an omni-channel experience. And also, like Next, for instance, if they would like to change instead of return, you can ask them, please go to our shop on Broad Street on Reading. So you can change it directly. So that's like omnichannel, because even e-commerce is boosting. People are still human, so they would like to touch a human base actually in everywhere. That's why it's providing an omnichannel experience is very important. For smaller sellers is not possible, but it could be done by easy returns, no questions, or maybe like maybe you can integrate with DPD and Hermes, and people could return by using co-ops. So it could be it should be omnichannel. Yeah, that's a summary slide mainly. What makes UK e-commerce customers vastly from the other European countries in terms of online customers? UK is leading the way in e-commerce across Europe for multiple years because customer support is exceptional in the UK in e-commerce. People are browsing online and delivery is very fast. So that's why people are happy to shop online. And because Amazon, people thinking that nobody asks me any question if I would like to return. And if I return it, I won't wait until the seller checks it. That's why UK consumers has very much higher expectation level for other countries. In Germany, for instance, we are using DHL. It delivers in 3 days. In the UK, it's same day. If it takes a week in Germany, people are saying that, oh, I couldn't get my product in 1 week. If you have a chance. But in the UK, people are starting asking in 3 days, hey, why you are late? That's why in the UK, people are very impatient. So it's very important. So because of that, if you succeed in the UK, it's very easy to expand your business to Italy, to Spain, to Germany, to France. It's easier in terms of such impatient consumers. And in Germany, for instance, the infrastructure is very well. So there are many local websites. There is Amazon there, amazon.de, and people are patient than the UK consumers. And still we are in the EU, so we can directly ship our products. And after Brexit, now UK government is making some deals with the countries. Yeah. And how about the fees? How about the taxes? How about the VAT? That's mainly UK numbers, but we can help people to register VAT in Germany, in France, in Italy, because of using our partners, using our accountant companies. In the UK, VAT is 20% in general, you know. So if you sell a product, let's say it's £10, 1.3, 1.7 is being gone to HMRC as a VAT. The referral fee in Amazon is 15%. On eBay, it's 10%, but eBay is not handling payments. So you need to use a payment institution, which is like mainly PayPal. PayPal taking about 3%. It's not fixed 3, but it's saying 2.9 fixed plus 30p in every transaction. So if you sell a product for £10, 29p plus 30p you are paying. It's about 6%. So if the price is increasing, then the numbers decreasing. The postage fees is about £2 for smaller products, because we are talking about the product which is sold about £10, and there are the smaller costs, but remaining amount is £4.7, which is including the product cost as well. So in general, we are saying that if you can't source a product 105, so if you source a product for £2, you should sell it for £10 to be successful. Otherwise, Amazon, HMRC, Royal Mail, all the parties will eat from your profit. And next one. Yeah. As I said, we need to expand our goods to the European Union, which are our neighbors, and you should consider about your costs and other parties which could take your money from your pocket. But on the other hand, there's a competition here. We are not talking about the shopping in store. You can't open your store on a high street and then you can't hope buyers will find you. There are ways. So the key thing is optimization. Optimization means search volumes plus competition plus your niche. Like if we sell, let's say, yoga socks, you need to think that how people looks for that. If people are searching for socks or yoga socks, or if people are looking for yoga socks for women. So you need to be optimized. You need to put your keywords. So you need to find products or sell products that people are looking for mainly. The other thing is competition. The other thing is niche. You need to be niche, but if the niche is under a certain category which people are not looking for, you can't sell as normal. And the organic traffic is the other part. You can use paid ads to take people's to get people's attention and takes people's attention and convince them to buy your products, but it's like burning cash, and it's a temporary solution. You need to optimize your products always. That increase impressions, that increase clicks. If more clicks, then people could purchase it more. And the last one is you need to be stable. And this stability keeps your velocity high, and Amazon and eBay puts you on the top of the list. The velocity and stability is very important are very important on marketplaces, mainly because they are looking for mainly your stability. On Amazon, for instance, Amazon is not looking for smaller buyers. They are not looking for individual sellers. Amazon is always looking for sellers who are very stable. I think Patty was asking about what is stability. I see the question. Stability, yeah. You should keep your shelf always stocked. You shouldn't be like stock, out of stock, then disappear for 2 weeks and coming in a bulk after 2 weeks. You should be a stable seller, because Amazon wants you to be a successful seller for many years here. Keep your stock in always, and you are responding for your customers in 24 hours. That should be stable. Like in shopping in store, let's say if you go to a store shop, you see a product, okay, you see it, and after next day you don't see it. After a week you see that, and after 2 weeks the product has been disappeared again. I think you are losing your trust to these shops, right? And that's why Amazon wants you to be like that. You should be stable. You should be keeping your stock always in your shelf, and people looks for that. Once people looks for that product, so they should see you always there. So Amazon is monitoring your activities like that. This is stability, and this stability keeps your velocity always in high. And what's the things that are changed after March 2020 with the COVID-19? Amazon gained new customers who are permanent visitors now, because people has been trying to find a good marketplace that they can trust. But on the other hand, Amazon was looking for some stable sellers, even on the COVID-19, because most of the sellers has stopped selling during the lockdown. because they couldn't manage their warehouse, they couldn't manage their operations. In COVID-19, for instance, we have changed our warehouses, and we have switched back to FBM because Amazon has stopped selling some goods, and then they stopped accepting some goods to the warehouses, and even on Prime, they stopped next day deliveries. They have switched back to 1 week or 2 weeks. That's why, to be a stable seller on Amazon, we have changed our way, and then we have switched back to FBM. So because we have been able to manage our warehouses, and demand for gift items has been plumped, groceries has gone up. So we are entering in this category in a few months. But once the lockdown measures has been started releasing or losing by the government, the gift items has been increased because people started visiting for neighbors, even on the door, not from the house. People started to talk with their friends because they have been locked down, and then gift items has been increased. But maybe Sabri could give some examples about the both.
Yes, basically in the COVID-19, like challenges in March was actually, it was all of a sudden we received a mail that almost none of our products will be accepted by Amazon Fulfillment Center, which we cannot make any FBA, which we cannot make any optimization. We can do it, but it will be more difficult. We cannot be stable because now every day the postage will cost something else. So Amazon doesn't like instability, even though it is not your fault. So it's interesting enough that Easter time was very sad for people. Lots of people lost their loved ones. It wasn't the time, of course, for searching for gift items and gift products or some leisure products. But just soon after a bit of easing down on the lockdown, now we cannot cope with our gifts sector, because now people, as Aaron said, people are trying to be at least feel normal when they are shopping or when they are knocking a door to the neighbors or sending some stock, because Amazon gives you the opportunity, or not Amazon, I mean any online shopping center, only any channel can give you the same option. You can send the product as a gift to somebody else. Some other address. They started to feel like, yes, I can celebrate now. I think this is my new normal. I might not be able to see my loved one for another 6 months. Maybe I won't visit or hug or shake hand or hug or kiss. But what I will do, I will celebrate the birthday, celebrate the annual, anniversary, celebrate Easter, celebrate Christmas, etc. Now we will see lots of increase on the normalization in the sales in Amazon. We are experiencing it. I'm firsthand. I'm experiencing it because I am watching out the stock and I am reordering the stock. So I see that it has gone back to normal, almost normal. If I can get the control, Nernder, I will carry on from there.
Yes, of course.
Thank you very much. Hope everybody is happy there still. Please.
Yeah.
I will
Any questions? Yeah, please do post them in the chat box, and they'll be answered accordingly. So, yep. Okay, back over to you, Sabri. Thank you.
Yes, and new essentials, as we said. Now, new essentials. Everybody, I will not hide it from anybody. My wife cuts my hair. I really bought a comb and a brush and a scissor and a pair of scissors. And now I have really a small dumbbell and a yoga mat in our house, which we were using it in a gym. On a indoor and outdoor gyms, but it's the new normal now. We can't even call it essentials. Now it is new normal. But what is our travel element collection? Sunglasses sales has gone down like 70-75%, even though you walk and you still want to protect your eyes. But it's not about fashion now. It's about if it is necessary, because our dynamics has changed. We are only buying now if it's necessary, because we know that there are worse times than now. It can change overnight. We might be in the lockdown for longer and even longer. And you must also take care of your Amazon account very professional way, because policies change. You have to be aware of the policies. every government is implementing a different strategy, different methodology to support the sellers of medical products, or bringing more regulations to sell them, or making it more difficult for the other sectors, because they now they want people to be able to reach the right products in the right category, in the right price. You have to watch out. You cannot just say, I have so many facial masks and I will sell them £100 each. You can't do that. There are regulations. There are somebody's watching your accounts, not only Amazon itself, but as also legal departments are watching your accounts. And unfortunately, COVID-19 reshapes the habits. We know that we are such, if you think about Italy, that's such a Mediterranean country, and I'm from Turkey originally. I lived in South Africa for 16 years. It's all about hugging, shaking, like, give a big tap over the shoulder. And you go to a local shop and you say that I always buy my shirt from this local shop. I know him, he knows me. I come here, I give him a hug, and then make shopping. Unfortunately, it's way over. Those days are way over. I don't think we will go back to. Nobody expects to go back to normal 100% in a couple of years. So we always, it's sad, but it's true. Goodbye to handshakes, rather one-click checkout. You try not to interfere with anything. You don't want to get involved with any social distance conflicts and everything. So people will try less to high street and to shopping malls. Most of the people will start to become more loyal online shoppers, because in the worst times of their lives, that online shop, it can be Sainsbury, it can be Waitrose, it can be Asda, has been supportive to them. They even prioritize. The first time you are prioritized because you are vulnerable. Nobody will forget about this. There will be more loyal customers. They will choose to shop online as well. And that is all from us. And we are happy to get any questions if there are any. And thank you very much. If there are no questions, I have to really thank you very much on behalf of our company, to everybody, for listening to us and taking your hour to share your hour with us in this morning. And thank you, Narinder, and Thames Valley Chamber for all the support.
Thank you.
I mean, continuous support that we are receiving from you.
Thank you very much. It's been a great webinar that you've delivered today. So those that are listening in, any questions, please feel free to post them in the chat box and they'll be answered accordingly. So just going to move over to the next slide. So
we have an answer here, question here from Adam Cohen. Adam asked a question on the question box.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have any recommendations to new sellers just starting on Amazon? What's the number one thing to do first? First of all, Adam, I would like you to just give one simple, very simple suggestion is you open the account right. It will sound funny, but Amazon, when you are opening up an account on Amazon, please go through every regulations, every required document and information from Amazon, and please read them carefully and do it right from the beginning. Don't just make it for that moment. Don't say that, oh, for an address, let me use this document because Sainsbury accepted it before. Amazon will accept it for that moment in time, and then after a month, they will shut down your account because they say, oh, sorry, we cannot verify your address. Do it right. And the second thing, you must really put at least 3 months of a projection to your account. You say, okay, I want to bring 100 of these products. I want to start selling it. And you must just say, I want to sell 100 in 3 months. I will keep 100 in my shelf. Let me send it to Amazon, or you can use FBA. But you must be sure that there will be returns, there will be broken ones, there will be rejected ones. So you have to be really prepared for another 3 months to recover. So if you're really projecting 3 months, always keep in mind that it might repeat itself. You might not achieve in the first 3 months, but after 6 months, you will have the real numbers, real data to read and say, okay, my account is going well. I will invest more. So don't give up in the first 3 months, because first month is almost like to be seen, like a shelf on a Sainsbury. You're not on the eye level. You have to pay for it to be on the eye level. If you're not paying for it, you have to wait for the people to come and like find you. If it happens, you have to invest on the advertising or optimization. And you can always get a professional support, like consultancy or a bit of suggestions. I mean, we will be happy to do so if you're interested. I mean, it's not everybody, everything counts as a consultancy per hour. A few questions you have, like we are happy to answer in the future.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, Patty McCarthy says thank you, very interesting. So thank you, Patty, for posting that. Okay, so just going to move over to the next slide. Okay, that's the contact details there for London Bridge. So Aaron has put his details there. We'll come to another slide where there'll be more details for Aaron and Sabri. So I'm just moving forward. That's the sources they've stated.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so this is the chamber slide, and this shows our membership model, and it shows how each tier is designed to attract a business depending on the level of exposure they wish to gain, as well as savings that can be made. So if you're not a member, you're interested to join, please do contact us. My contact details will be on the last slide, and also the chamber website is there in the corner, which is thamesvalleychamber.co.uk/membership, which will give you a detailed overview of our membership model and what each membership tier is about, and what you can actually obtain from each of the benefits that we offer. Okay, so the Chamber has launched a business continuity toolkit, which is aimed at ensuring you have access to a single portal. So we're frontline for businesses, helping them through the current situation with COVID-19. We have a business continuity toolkit on our website, an information and guidance hub, which has got various links for any support that you may require. So please do visit that. And if you have any questions, then do contact us and we can assist you accordingly. Okay, so I would like to say thank you again to Sabri and Aaron for delivering today's webinar. You've touched on an interesting subject, how to master the challenges of e-commerce in the UK. It's been educational and engaging, so thank you for delivering the webinar, and also for answering our questions. So I've asked a couple of questions. We've had some from our listeners today, so thank you very much for that. Just to remind you again, this webinar was recorded and you can listen to it again, and also you can share the link from our website amongst your network. If you've got any questions for myself, there's my contact details there on that slide, and also any questions for Sabri or Aaron from the London Bridge project, then also their contact details are there. And also please do link with them on LinkedIn. So I hope you're both on LinkedIn, Sabri, Aaron.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, perfect. So link with them, and if you've got any questions, send them through. And if you need any advice or guidance on any of the areas they've touched on today, then I'm sure they are very happy to help. So that's great. So thank you. Do you have any questions, Sabri or Aaron, or is there anything else you want to touch on?
Thank you very much, really, again. It was great. Hope to make other topics, meet under other topics and make more webinars together. So we'll be happy to carry on doing it. So it was great. Thanks very much for your time as well.
Fantastic. Thank you. And thank you to all the listeners. Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thanks. Bye.